Hello, everybody, again. Hi, how are you? I'm back sooner than I expected. And as I promised yesterday, I'm going to do a little segment on the dark night of the soul. So, as I described yesterday or the other day, um, I Dark Night of the Soul is not anything like a depression. It's not like a clinical depression at all. Yes, it does feel very heavy and it does feel very um, sad sometimes, but it's actually a learning lesson for us. So let me read you something from an amazing man that I've done a couple of courses with, Greg Braden, and he's written a lot of books. So let me read you something. Okay. The dark night of the soul is a time in your life when you will be drawn into a situation that represents what for you are your worst fears. Okay? And the purpose of the dark night of the soul is for us to experience and heal our own great fears. The really interesting thing about the dark night is that because everyone's fears are different, what looks like a frightening experience for one person may be no big deal for someone else. For example, if for you a feeling of being alone is one of your greatest fears, that might be yours. But for someone else, being alone might be something amazingly wonderful for someone else. They might actually revel in that solitude and aloneness, because being alone is not the same as being lonely. I can feel lonely in a whole crowd of people, in fact. So it doesn't mean that that you have a fear or something like that. In fact, I do like my solitude. And I remember as a kid, I used to read Superman comic books. Yes, I did. And in fact, and even Superman had his fortress of solitude, if any of you know that or remember that or watched any of the Superman movies or whatever. So it can be a learning experience. So it's not uncommon for someone who fears being alone to become a master at relationships in which they'll experience their fear. And it can become a pattern where sometimes the things you fear the most are the things that you manifest in your life the most often. So for an example, you can be in a whole string of different relationships that you may consider have failed, but in fact you were successful in the fact that you've become alone in each one of them. So as I said before, the dark night of the soul is very different from a depression as such, or a clinical depression. Oh, there's my dogs. I don't know what happened outside, but they're letting me know that something's going on. So anyway, I hope that kind of helps clear a few things up and maybe help you in some way. Also, let me see. So we can actually get past this and heal ourselves. So while we may go through many dark nights of the soul throughout our lifetimes, the first one is usually the toughest. This is probably why I came out of mine so fast, because I've had a few in the past before, years ago. It's also probably the most powerful agent of change. So the dark night of the soul usually triggers a change. And, perfect example. Here I am again. There we go. So the change happened. And one of my greatest fears, in fact, even though I did the radio show for such a long time, was actually putting myself out there for you all right now. Because when I was doing the radio show, nobody could see me. Yes, they heard my voice, and I was in a studio all by myself. Actually, I'm in a room all by myself now too, but nobody could see me. Well, if they walked past the studio, had a big picture window, and I guess they could see me then, and I would wave to them or whatever. But other than that, no. So this is completely new to me. Remember, I guess that I come from and lived in a generation that was pre-selfie. We didn't have cell phones until, within the last, 10, 15 years, whatever it's been. So that whole idea of the, taking pictures of everything, including yourself, was a non-issue. Anyway, so I actually got over my fear. But that's what life is, guys. It's a learning experience. It's a journey. It's a process. It's not something that we're born and we already know what to do and how to do it, and everything just falls into place. Well, for some people, I guess it does, but not for everybody, and not for most people, in fact. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now, and I hope that my short explanation of the dark night of the soul was of some value to you. And please, 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 give me some comments. Let me know what you want me to talk about. I've got a wealth of knowledge, and what I don't know, I can find out for you. So ask me questions, whatever. Okay? Until the next time, have a great day, have a great week, sending you love and light and healing for whatever you need it. Bye.